Can you say your name for the record?
My name is Kim Bogan. I am the mother of the 7 children that were taken from custody from their father over there. We were separated. He had the children, custody of the children. When you stated that you guys can take children under the best interest of the child, it was found in the Supreme Court that that is not a reason to take children. That is a reason to keep children in foster care. And my 8-year-old little girl is diabetic. She was taken from CYS last month, actually February now. Diabetic. She was placed in a home where the foster parents didn't know anything about diabetes. She became very sick. So sick that my 9-year-old was with her and scared and started giving her the insulin shots because the foster parents were not properly trained. How is that the best interest of the child?
Again, you're asking the wrong group, ma'am.
I don't know. I don't know.
We don't make those decisions.
I want to know how they can. How can you take a child that was not abused or neglected and place them in a foster home where they are getting treated worse? Their IEPs were dropped as soon as they went into foster care that very first day. My oldest child is 11. She has a learning disability. She gets IEP and special classes after school. As soon as she was placed into foster care, apparently it was a hardship on the foster parents to allow her to stay after school that extra hour for her homework connection with her teachers. Dropping my children's special education is the best interest of the child.
Part of the problem is, we are asking questions of as Commissioner Leinbach said, we don't have
I know, I understand that it's not something that you are involved in, but to hear you guys say the best interest of the child breaks my heart because my children are being harmed in foster care.
It's a legal standard that's been established by courts over the years.
But that was the reason on the placement, on the court order, the reason why the children were taken was the best interest of the child.
Let me ask you a question. If I research your case,
I would love you to, please.
Will I find something other than that reason?
The only thing is that father and mother were separated. And the judge ordered that one man, and this is what he said in court, transcripts and all, one man cannot take care of 7 children on his own, that he does not want the children to be in foster care for a long period of time. He ordered that the guardian litem, CYS, and their little group, and our lawyers, Judge Keller, get together and come up with an agreement that was for the best interest of these children.
Okay.
The guardians wanted someone to move in with the father to help him raise the children. We got a few people, one of them is here today, that were going to move in with the father to help him. CYS went to court that day and said, no deal on anything. We want these children in placement. Left us with nothing. The judge turned around and said, no, I want the father to either move in with the mother, his mother, or the mother move in with the father. But she lives in Philadelphia. She has a job. She couldn't do it. So it was ordered that the father and the children go live with the mother based on the evaluation of the home. They did the evaluation on the home. I believe it was that following Thursday. And somehow it was approved, but it was approved that CYS said father couldn't go with the children after the court, Judge Keller, said father could. I don't understand how CYS can go above and beyond. They have broken numerous court orders since then. Our children, my diabetic daughter included, their doctors were not supposed to be changed because of the medical condition. It was very important that she stayed as her doctor.
If you get the information, we will look at it. But the claim of breaking court orders, again, I've taken stuff to DPW, not one single time I've been able to prove that CYS has broken any laws or failed to follow any specific court orders.
I would love to take some time from you then, and I would love to show you my case.
Well, what I would ask you to do is to get your information, get it to Mary, and along with the solicitor, we will look at it.
Okay.
But I can't.
They said that I need to contact my attorney, the new caseworker now that the children are placement. We don't deal with the old caseworker. We have a placement caseworker now. She says she doesn't understand, and she told me, and I have emails, slews of emails. She said, contact your attorney. I don't know what to tell you. Contact your attorney. I don't know why they switched doctors.
I understand. I cannot, though, make it more clear that, one, you don't have to come before this group for people to listen.
I need someone to listen. I get ignored.
Well, that's not true.
I call people. I call DPW myself.
I understand.
Marsha Barnes.
But
I don't knows from people.
I
need someone
understand
who
that.
does know. I need someone to explain to me why my rights are being violated, why court orders are being violated, why my children were taken for the best interest of the child.
Do you have an attorney?
I do, yes.
Has the attorney explained any of this to you?
No, and I've asked for discovery, I was denied. I've asked for transcript, I was denied. I was asked for court printout, I was
Get
denied.
the information to Mary, but I will reiterate, on the Kids First issue that Donna brought up, we looked into that. You don't, when you come here, and you're welcome, this is a public forum, but I hear from people who watch these programs, most of them have turned it off now, because they talk about who are those people that come in there. And this is what I'm told. They sound crazy. What's going on?
That's what happens.
But it's because they have no context. And I would encourage you.
And this happens to a lot of families.
But this doesn't help the cause
They
this
need
way.
to know what happened.
I understand.
There are abused and neglected children that are rescued by this service. I agree, and I don't say that that is what I'm fighting against.
I
I'm fighting
understand.
against the families that have their children wrongfully taken from them when they are not abused and when they are not neglected. And the best interest of a child is not a reason to take them from a loving home. There are millionaires out there. They get to have my kids because they have more money than me? Really? That's not the best interest of the child.
It's important to clarify. The standard for removal of a child from the home would be at that point where the agency determines that the child is without, I believe the language is as follows, the requisite care, custody, and supervision. When you reach that point where the child is lacking the care, the custody, and the supervision, that is a minimal level, then the child can be removed for his own protection and safety and well-being from the home. The court cannot say
What is the definition
that
of
we
care,
walk down the
custody?
street and we think that person X would be a better parent than person Y, so we're going to take person Y's child and give it to person X. That doesn't happen. You have to cross the initial threshold of the child being endangered because he is without the requisite
Let me
care,
just
custody, and
inform you on
supervision.
this.
And we will look
3
into those
hours
facts.
before the
But
children
if
were
that
taken
threshold
from
has
the
been
father-
crossed, if that threshold has been crossed, the court legitimately, at the request of the agency, can remove the child and can, after a certain period of time and effort, can terminate parental rights.
Okay, let me say one thing, because you're saying it could be an emergency situation. The cops, the police, were at the house the day the children were taken. 3 hours before they were taken, the caseworker was there and knocked on our door 9 o'clock Monday morning, February 13th. My husband didn't answer the door. He was downstairs in the basement. So the caseworker called the police. The police had maintenance open our door. My husband heard somebody walking around upstairs. He went upstairs to find 2 police officers in the house with their hands on their guns. Said, your caseworker's here. He just wanted to check on your children. My husband said, fine, you can go check on them. They're downstairs playing in the playroom. The police went downstairs, checked our children, came upstairs and said to the caseworker, the kids are fine. They're downstairs playing. The caseworker left and came back 3 hours later with an order to take the children. That is not an emergency situation if the police are saying the kids were okay.
And again, I've been very gracious on the time limit. If you have information, which I believe you do, and we prefer to have the details in writing, talk to Donna. Donna's been very good in giving the information. If you get it to our office, we will look into the situation.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yes.